guys, it's Amy with Work Hard Eat Kind, and today I'm going to be experimenting in the kitchen. This recipe was actually honest. Now in their recipe, it actually calls for half. I didn't get it. What am I doing? While we're waiting it on, we're going to add 1 tablespoon. You were supposed to melt the butter. Oh goodness. Okay. Plan B. Fish out the butter. Hey guys, it's Amy with Work Hard Eat Kind, and today I have an inspired recipe. I'm actually going to be messing with a hot for food recipe. Now you might be wondering, why in the hell would you mess with one of their recipes? They are the best vegan recipes you can possibly find, especially for free on the internet. I actually just had an idea kind of come to my head, and I want to see how it works. We're going to be doing their cauliflower wings. I've already got some cauliflower already ready to be breaded. Let's get started. To start off with, if you don't know where to find rice flour, I find it for a decent price at my local Asian grocery store, but I have found it in just a regular Kroger's. We're going to start off with just plain rice flour. We're going to do 3/4 of a cup. We're going to add that to a bowl. I'm going to add some salt. This is peak Himalayan. A little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Fresh is always best in my opinion. A little bit of garlic powder. If you like a lot of garlic, go ahead and add some more. If you don't like garlic powder, you can leave it out. Now, in the hot for food recipe, they actually call for a 1/2 cup of non-dairy milk. We're going to stir this up. It actually looks like I'm going to need some more beer. Mainly because beer is really light and fluffy. I'm going to add a little more until it gets to the right texture. And as I always say, taste as you go. By the way, the kids aren't home. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take each piece of cauliflower and we're going to bread it and then lay it on the pan. Actually, I'm going to try something. First, I want to take a little bit of this earth balance and I want to see if I can rub it all over the aluminum foil, because I know this is not non-stick foil and these are prone to sticking. Take my hand in a small piece like this and rub it all over. The warmth on your hand will melt it and spread it everywhere. Don't forget to preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. While we're waiting on it to preheat, we're going to be battering our cauliflower. These are just bite-sized pieces that we are going to dip in the batter. I'm going to tap off the excess. That is important. And then we're going to place it on the baking sheet. Now, Lauren and John from Hot for Food actually recommend parchment paper over aluminum foil, but it's crazy expensive where I live, so I seldomly buy it. I have made these cauliflower wings before. And I do know you don't want to just dump all of your cauliflower in the bowl at one time and try to coat all of it. It just makes a big mess on your pan. Flip it through, tap, 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 and then place it on the sheet. This actually smells really good. If you don't want to go through the mess of actually cutting up your own cauliflower, you can actually buy pre-sliced cauliflower. I've seen it in a few stores, and it makes it a little easier because you don't end up with all of the tiny little itty-bitty pieces that seem to go everywhere, kind of like styrofoam. Usually the messiest food is the best tasting. I'm going to do a few of the smaller pieces just to see how they turn out. I think it would be a great idea if you did like I did. I actually prepared this cauliflower ahead of time, and that way when I wanted to make these, there wasn't as much of a mess and they're a little faster to do. I think that's about it. Now you can definitely save the smaller pieces in a bag like that in the fridge, and you can use it in soups, stews, things like that. I personally think I'm going to be saving mine to put in a stir fry to hide it from my kids. My daughter actually has gotten in a really bad funk, and she doesn't want to eat cauliflower at all, and she used to eat it all the time. So I think the trick is to try to find a way to sneak it in there and say, hey, you know what, you just ate some cauliflower and you liked it. Ta-da! Okay, I'm really craving the salt and vinegar wings, so that's what I'm going to make. You can do so many different sauces. It's just up to you and what you're craving at the moment. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of vegan butter. Alright, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of melted vegan butter. We're going to do 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And 1 tablespoon of water. And because I love pepper so much, I'm going to add some pepper to it. I remember the first time I saw somebody use fresh ground black pepper. It was actually Emerald. When I was a little kid, I used to stay up late when I was at my dad's house and watch Emerald. And he had a big brown and he'd add that fresh cracked black pepper. And I always thought it was the neatest one, and I've wanted a pepper mill ever since I was a little kid. I used to have one before the tornado, but I had just actually, 3 years later, finally replaced mine. And I'm so glad to have one of these, and I think this is a great tool to have. It's not necessary, it's just something that I really like. We're going to stir that up, combine it well. We don't need no stinking spoons. Are you ready yet? Huh. We're going to throw these guys in a 450-degree oven for 25 minutes, flipping halfway through. I say halfway through, it's actually 15 minutes and then 10, but thus we digress. It looks like the butter actually did help keep it from sticking. I'm going to show you guys. They got a little extra crispy already, so I'm going to flip them over and put them back in the oven for 10 more minutes. about it is if you would have left all that sauce in the bottom, all of them will be congealed together like this. That one just happened to get a little too close, but that's why you don't want to dip all of it in the sauce together and then try to put it on again. It just doesn't work. Oh, a little one on the edge. Oh, ow. Woo. Guys, use utensils. Back they go for 10 more minutes. Then we're going to put the sauce on them, put them back in the oven for a few more minutes, and then they will be done. You can already see how lovely and golden they've already turned. Here they are 10 minutes later. Now what we have to do is we have to carefully dip these in the sauce that we made. I'm going to add a little bit more salt to it, and then we're going to place them back in the oven for 25 more minutes. This is a little time consuming, but the results are to die for. Okay, they're all coated. I'm actually going to probably put these back in the oven for about 15 minutes and check them. And then if they're okay, I'll go ahead and put them for the full 25 minutes. But of course, these are mainly guidelines, and Lauren and John say that in their video, that this is a guideline. It might not be 25 minutes. I know, I think my oven seems to run pretty hot, even though this is a high temperature anyway. Okay, I pulled them out of the oven early because I could smell that they were getting pretty crispy. So here they are. I think I'm going to call them done for now. I'm going to let them cool off for just a couple minutes, and then I will see how they taste. Yeah, see, some of the small ones got really dark. I am going to add a little bit of the sauce that was left over top, just for a little more flavor. And why not? A little salt, a little more pepper. Yeah. Hot. Hot. It's good though. I always think that vinegar goes really great with barbecue sauce. So you could dip these in barbecue sauce, or you could just leave them plain like this. This turned out really good. I'm actually pretty surprised, because I thought they were a little bit overdone. So I want to encourage you guys to try new things, regardless of whether they're a little scary or a little time consuming. I also want to give a huge shout out to Red Bridge Beer. This is a gluten-free sorghum beer, and it's actually vegan. I found it in our local liquor store in the next county over, because I happen to live in a dry county, which means they don't sell alcohol here. And I actually really like it. And the great thing about it is this is an Anheuser-Busch product. That's a huge, huge company making gluten-free vegan options, and I think we should definitely try to support that. So I love you guys. I'm going to encourage you to go work hard, eat kind, and support businesses that do gluten-free and vegan products. We'll see you next time, guys.